Preview.
Due to the extraordinary period we are going through due to the present pandemic, but we are so fortunate to meet here in sound health. As the chair, this is my great pleasure and the first and the foremost duty to warmly and respectfully welcome you all.
With immense pleasure in heart as the convener of the PHOM LEMPONG School Golden Jubilee Planning Committee, I take this privilege to welcome each and every one of you present here today. This time, being an unprecedented year which has been challenging not only for us, but for all of humanity because of COVID-19 pandemic, we could not celebrate our Jubilee in March. As Bible says in the book of Proverbs, for man proposes, but God disposes. Neither is the way of man in his own hands. So today is the day our Almighty God has very placed and anointed to celebrate our long-awaited PHOM LEMPONG School Golden Jubilee.
The presentation committee of this PHOM LEMPONG School Golden Jubilee celebration takes this privilege to acknowledge and honor deserving individuals, contributors, and officials present here this morning. When we celebrate education, something as important, something as dynamic, something as vibrant as education, when we celebrate something as important as literacy, and when we are celebrating something as important as confirmation, successful confirmation of many distinct social citizens in the different placement through education, when we are celebrating something as important as pioneering education through this first private school in the land, it's such an elevating honor, and it's such an elevating feeling that a person with such an extreme, or let me go, such highest personal achievement is here to bless the celebration this morning. And so we upload and we acknowledge the presence of our guest of honor, Shri K. Dokuha Sukhalu, IAS retired, Honorable Advisor to the School Education Government of Nagaland, who is here to bless us, who is here to elevate the celebration through your personal presence, and the dignitaries, those who have accompanied you to show your solidarity to this celebration.
Shila, the Juhan Gardenanga. Mugai Shangi, the Lam, Ame, Hane, Ami Tangchima, Amugimong, Namangi, Hamba, Ivichima, Ami Havasho, May she chew in Yangai, Hailevishing, Pehagashing Gashi Tuhan, Longi, Kume, Tangiva. And I, on behalf of the planning panel and also the steering committee, would like to say a big thank you to Madam Jung, the secretary. She is the one who has blackened, who has blackened all the white paper with so many beautiful words and lovely words to make this souvenir a true souvenir. So I once again would like to say a big thank you to Madam Jung, the Secretary of the Jubilee History Committee. Now I call on our advisor, Sir Tukobo Sakhalo, the Honorable Advisor Education, the Government of Nagaland, to kindly come over here and release the souvenir.
On this Golden Jubilee celebration, I inaugurate this souvenir. Judging by what gentleman has said, I think it has been written very well. And I hope that this will be a posterity. The records of this is not only for the school, but for the people of Longland. Congratulations to the committee. As the chairperson was mentioning the names and the people who had spoken before me, I have seen that this school has contributed for the growth of not only Longland, but of the PHOM people. I can see how articulate your students are. We all were students once. And as a student, we have many dreams. As a student, you must have an aim and objectives in your life. You must have a vision. Many of you may be the second or third generation of people educated. There are many of you whose parents were not educated, who cannot give you guidance in life. Life in the 50s and the 40s, when we were in the headhunting times, that was for survival only. Today, with education and the changing scenario, both socially, economically, politically, you have to acquire good education. There are many challenges for any young man or young girl. Your father, your mother may be having a very comfortable life. You may have a very, self-sufficient life, but that is not life. You have to look for the future. As an ex-bureaucrat, I had looked after education department as a director, as an additional secretary. Now, with God's blessing, I am the advisor of the school education. My experience this past 3 years sitting as advisor of school education, I have observed many parents approaching me to give appointment for the daughter, for the son, because she is about to be overaged. Now that speaks a lot. The child may not be interested in teaching. The child may not be interested in serving. But the parents want to ensure that he is doing something. And the child has no aim in life. If this is the kind of mindset young people are having, then Nagaland is finished. Young people, please take up the challenges of life. anything success to be a success is not an easy road. Your foundation, please do not compromise. As long as your foundation is solid, I can assure you, whatever you dream of, you can achieve. I must congratulate PHOM LEMPONG School for bringing up so many boys and girls, and I must congratulate them for the good work that they have done. Last night I was talking to our executive secretary regarding upgrading this high school to higher secondary school. After I spoke to him, I had spoken to my secretary, chairperson, Nagaland Board of School Education, and we have agreed to ensure that you get your higher secondary school. But only thing is, I'm told that your infrastructure for your class in 11, 12, you need a laboratory, you need classrooms, you need additional rooms. So I would like to request our two representatives, Mr. Pangyu and Mr. Nangla, and all the public leaders here. If the school is not performing, then that's another story. But the school is performing well. Longland needs another higher secondary school. And I think I can think of no other schools than this PHOM LEMPONG school. So I would like to request the community also to support so that the buildings can come up quickly, and by next year I will try and ensure that you get your higher secondary school. Thank you for the beautiful presents and gifts that you have given us, the lovely songs the boys and girls presented, and I wish PHOM LEMPONG School all the best in the years to come. Thank you very much.
आई बोले मत से किंतु ये तो हवामान और जो कुछ हो रहा अभी अभी ये तो कारण है हम लोग आए नहीं तो दुख से किंतु फील्ड डायरेक्टर और स्टाफ और जो कोई आप लोग कष्ट कर रहे हैं ये तो सबको ईश्वर आशीष दिए वो और वो अपना लोग ताए थकी वो। और इंग्लिश मीडियम स्कूल के बच्चे लोगों को मैं बोलना चाहती कि आप लोग अच्छे से पढ़ाई करो और पढ़ाई करके होम एरिया अपना हाथ से ऊंचा ऊंचा उठा लो, ईश्वर आपको आशीष दे। और मैं बहुत खुशी पाई ऐसे कि मैंने ये तो स्कूल कुछ भी नहीं था, लेकिन ईश्वर ने अपने हाथ में लेकर इस स्कूल को बड़ा किया और बहुत से बच्चे लोग होम एरिया में बहुत काम कर रहे हैं। तो बहुत खुशी है और ईश्वर आपको आशीष देगा। और ये सेंटेनरी के लिए मैं आप सबको शुभेच्छा देती हूँ और आप सब लोग अच्छे से सेलिब्रेशन करो और ईश्वर को धन्यवाद दें।
Thank you so much.
No success comes without a sacrifice. No celebration is worth without achievement. This is a sign of achievement made by the school with the support of home churches, traversing 50 years of long journey with ups and downs. I joined this school to serve during the most crucial defining period because we had to make a strong crown for accreditation of this school to a high school. After a brief stint, I had to leave for Saojang College Trinsang, government college, to teach over there. My involvement in these two institutions as faculty was an experience. I would like to reach out to the present students who are at the stage of learning with a state of mind of leadership for tomorrow. Our honorable advisor has given a clear scenario what Nagaland looks like. Our state is in the hands of only few efficient technocrats, bureaucrats, but majority of them are inept bureaucrats and technocrats, or whatever you call it. Most of them are not fit into the system even. This is where we are trimming off new Nagaland. My dear students, don't be complacent at home when instruction is given by your parents. When instruction is given to you at school by your teachers, don't be arrogant and don't be complacent.
It is exactly 51 years since the inception of this school, this December. But the 50th year was supposed to be held in March, that we could have had. So it is exactly 51 years. And it is exactly 50 years, one year minus 1970, of my involvement in this school, whether directly or indirectly. And it is my opportunity and my privilege to share some of the thoughts. Prime radiance. Many of people may not know what is it, but it is the height of shining. The height of shining. Highest point of shining. Radiance is a shining in ordinary English word. I am to lead time to give leadership, time to make impact in the society. That is called prime readiness. That's what I understand. I don't know what is the purpose that the planning committee has put this one, but the way I understand is this is the prime time for PHOM Lempong School to shine, to lead, to guide the people of the community, not just community, but Nagaland, also the world, also, wherever we may be. So this is what the challenge that one has given to us. I never imagined or thought that I will participate in this celebration, PHOM Lempong. Never thought in the past, 50 years ago. But all along when I worked, my motto was, I learned a statement from somebody, a learned people who was written, a godly man. He said, only one life that will soon be past. That will soon be past. But what's done for Christ will last. All along, not thinking about Jubilee, not thinking about any reward, not even thinking of salary also. But only one life it will become. But what is done for Christ? Our motive, what we have inside is to please God. But not only to please God, I believe that what I have done is, I want to testify. All were done for the sake of Christ, my Lord, and for the love of my people. In building the church, or big building, government building, only the blocks or rada, stone, rada, chisel or dress, nicely made at the stone quarry were used. All the dressing was done only at the quarry. But while it is brought to the building side, the church construction side, community hall side, government building side, no hammer, no chisel, or no other iron tool was heard at the side when it was being built. Wonderful. What do we mean by this? Education is different from all other development activities of the government or society. Education department, the school, whether it is private or government, is different from any other activities that we have. Because in other activities, we are dealing with what? Material things. Or already ready-made things. But in education, we are dealing with human beings directly. I know it is very easy to deal with the plants, saplings, because I can cut down any time, they don't cry. It is very easy to deal with stones, very easy. The second one is, it is easy to deal with animals also. Vinagas are fond of killing of them. So it is easy. But human beings, very, very difficult. We are dealing with a very sensitive issue, very delicate issue, education. But we take it for granted. How we prepare or shape our young people today in the school will reflect the family, the society, the church, and the government tomorrow. So if we train our young people in the right way, give them the right teaching, and show them in which profession they fit, then they will go out to the world well equipped and they will be different. If we do it this way, there will be no trouble in the family, in the society, and the government. It will be all well. It will be all peaceful. Our precious Lord, Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful time that you give to us.